Alrighty. Sometimes life sucks. We all know it. We all go through bad days. Heck, sometimes even bad weeks. These bad times shouldn't stop you from taking those risks. Let me just explain why. Bad things do happen, and it's nearly impossible to avoid them. The fear of consequences, it shouldn't really ward you away from these risks. I mean, say you were walking down the street and you saw someone wearing a shirt of a band or a sports team or superhero that you like. But the fear of rejection or weirding them out or making it awkward made you not do it. I mean, that simple compliment could have made their entire day. Could have made you a new friend or something, but your fear not only ruined your day, but ruined theirs as well. I mean, it's not just one-sided, it's two-sided. You know? It's not all about the risks of it not working out, but also the risk of not taking risks. Say you never take the risk, you may never be invited to that coworkers hangout or that Sunday night football party. I mean, heck, I've never been to one, but one day maybe. I mean, really, the lesson I'm trying to say is, you never approach something, you can never solve it. You never go to that person that may be in the exact same spot. They may think, oh, you have a cool shirt, maybe just afraid to approach you. That means that both of you are just not taking risks. If you take that one risk, it might be cool. And if it's not cool, you're most likely not seeing them ever again. And I got another point. If you stay constantly afraid, your life will stay constant. I mean, that constant fear will keep you constant, same place. I mean, think about some of the most successful people. I'm not saying take risks like these guys. I'm not saying that. But, I mean, he's not a good guy anymore. But he's an example I was going to use. I mean, Kanye West, for example. Really. I know. Not great anymore. He still kind of serves it. He was at a pretty good university. He was pursuing a good degree. But he took this huge risk by dropping out to pursue his dreams. I mean, don't drop out of school. Don't quit your job. But I'm saying take the chance. Go for something. I mean, whether it's doing something like this, starting a small thing, or, I mean, I do this in my spare time. There's music. Maybe you want to produce, maybe you want to sing, maybe you want to write, maybe you want to do something. Or something real small, like go down to that bookstore or that coffee shop that you think looks cool and really can't hurt you much, just benefit you more than anything. Here, here, I'm a little bit contradictory here, a little bit of a hypocrite, but let me let me talk about this though. I'm not really a greatest example. I kind of have to admit, it took years of me wanting to do this to even think about it, and I also don't talk to people in the store, don't talk to people when I'm getting coffee. But I mean, I feel like that makes me better to teach because I know what happens if you don't take that risk. I mean, it leaves me sitting, when I'm supposed to be sleeping at night thinking, what if I did do that? What if I did? You know, at least sits in the back of your mind, it'll weigh you down. Now, when I was, I don't know, 15 or so, I remember, there's this person I really thought was cool. You know, I really thought me and her, got along pretty well. Now, I fast forward a couple months ago. It was actually a moment that made me think, damn, I gotta do this. See her again, and it's been quite a few years, people change. And I was walking to take one of my finals, I think last semester, and she walked over me, and I was like, oh, I haven't seen her in a while. And we got to talking, somehow got on the topic of high school. Long story short, she apparently thought the same thing back then. Now that it's double thought of what if I had done that? Where would it be different? I never did anything, I still ended up out pretty good, which I think is a little bit of a benefit. But by not taking that risk, I missed out on an experience. I mean, good or bad, it would have been, it wouldn't have really affected terribly, but I'm saying that, life isn't always safe or risk free, but sometimes those risks are really what make life life. I mean, think if you didn't take a single risk your whole life, where would you be now? You took a risk applying to your job, applying to that big school. Heck, even getting on the bus is a little bit of a risk. I mean, think if you didn't take a single risk, where would you be? I mean, I'm not saying you gotta build the bridge to cross it. I'm saying that you need to be able to walk at least a few steps in without being able to see the other side. It's a couple things a day, you know. Maybe you're thinking, oh, I wanna go down to this cool store near my house, but I'm not going to because I don't want to try something new. I mean, realistically, if you don't like it, you don't like it once. But if you enjoy it, you now have a new thing that you enjoy. You know, it's a lot easier to forget the bad things, the slip ups, the mistakes, than the stuff that really mattered. I mean, I even got this. I mean, Christ, this is how I'm spending most of my free time now. I got took the risk of deciding, you know what, I'm gonna just put something out there, make myself something, and it ended up. I mean, it hasn't worked out yet, but it's really a lot more than that to me. I'm saying that risk is a little bit of a risk, but risks can be good. Yeah, that's end of point one. I'm gonna think of point two before I say it, so it's gonna be different. All right, this part two. I mean, it's basically the same thing. Now think about it, but you're not really judged quite as much as you think you are. I mean, I know you probably hear this every day. You click on 20 videos and they say the same thing. Common thing to say, but I mean, hear me out on this one. It's a little bit different. I'm not saying you can go screaming at Walmart, Domino's. In fact, please don't. I work there. I mean, that make my day a little bit better, but please don't. But I'm kind of saying, like, if you get a new haircut, get new shoes, get something, nobody on the street's gonna go over and yell at you and say that they suck. I mean, if they do, then that's just strange on them, I guess. But I guess basically the same point as number one, kind of different. I mean, it is the exact same, but I'm saying in line with taking those risks, but also noticing that nobody really cares enough to hate on your decisions or like those slight things. I mean, I'm not saying no one cares or that you shouldn't listen to certain people, but kind of specialize your view, grounded in your beliefs, not the beliefs of others. Say that random person on the sidewalk said that, and your grandmother also said that. I mean, think about how that would affect you. I mean, I don't know your family relations, but how it would affect you different. I mean, which one would you really care about more? You know, another example I know, Mr. Center of Attention today, but is back when I was younger, I was making a lot of music. I mean, I'm not quite into it as I was back then. I mean, I still write and all that, but my family very against it. Most of the people I knew actually were pretty against it. But even though, I saw that, I saw that I thought it would benefit, it would be a good thing. So I kind of went. I mean, I'm not quite in, like I was saying earlier, I'm not quite as into it as I once was. But now I see, gives me perspective that after a week or two, they didn't really care enough, and in that process, I actually saw who my best friends were, and I even made some more friends. So I guess my whole point really is that most people will act like they judge you, but most people really don't. They'll care enough for one day, one sentence, one word, but most of them will be fine with it tomorrow. I'm not saying go do whatever you want without regard to anything. That's a bad idea. But, again, as I was saying earlier, take those small risks and changes that could benefit you. I mean, think that if nobody took the risk to build the bridge, how could you ever try to cross it? That's really kind of the words that I live by. And I even know I'm seeing, oh, this is going to get me judged and all that, but I'm also noticing that nobody really cares enough. I mean, most people have their own lives, and they're also afraid of being judged. So how are they going to judge you if they're afraid of being judged? I mean, I think that's about it. If you got any suggestions, this first one of this kind, I'm trying to test something new, test the waters a little bit. But if you got any suggestions, you can leave it below. And as always, this is Jay. I'm out. Yeah. Budget's real thin. Just imagine like outro thing right here. I haven't made it yet. It's gonna be on the next one though. Anyways, look at those. If I remember, put them those squares and stuff. Yeah. Anyways, have a great day.